Hey everyone, this is Frugal Panda here with a review and install of one pair of mountain bike Fender Mudguards. The company's name is in the actual description, and these were $8.99 on Amazon. So there'll be a link in the description of the video for these actual pair of Mudguards. So it said it was for 20 inch, 24, 26, 27, and 29. I have a 20-inch folding fat tire bike, a Zenroll that I bought for around $700. It did not come with Mudguards, which I was okay with, but I wanted to put some on here, or at least some that worked halfway decent, but for a cheap price, because this is my budget e-bike. Even though it's my fastest bike and it actually is a really good quality bike, especially for the price, I wanted to keep the budget low on it in regards to that type of stuff. So anyway, I got this and they were $8.99. So putting these on was no problem. They worked great in regards to installing them. The actual plastic material it's made out, they call it carbon fiber, but it's carbon fiber look and it's actually plastic. It's a real good sturdy kind, and it installs using zip ties. So as you can see, they come with zip ties. The plastic is actually really good quality. I would pre-bend them along the seams where it shows to bend them to get a little form to them. Put the zip ties in before you actually install the actual fenders on the e-bike. And I'll show you why in the beginning when I first do the first part of the installation. Also, I'll show you the problems you'll run into if you don't do this and you try and put the zip ties in while trying to install it already on the bike. So having the zip ties in just like this, it's a lot easier to do when you go to put it actually on the bike itself. Now, you can get longer fenders like this, but I liked them because they're very minimal in regards to how they looked, and they didn't. And to be honest with you, these type of fenders are actually really lightweight. Now, with that being said, will this stop all the mud splashing up on you? No, but it protects your forks, and especially put the rears on it to keep mud more than likely off your back if you're riding in wet weather. Now, I don't ride my bikes a lot in really wet weather, and if I do, I have other bikes for that, but I just wanted something like this basically to keep rocks and dirt and mud off me and fit those needs, not necessarily be perfect and fulfill and cover the entire upper part of the wheels like my other ones. And also the most important part was I wanted to keep weight down, and then I also wanted to test these to see would they work if I wanted to say take the fenders off of another e-bike and put something like this on there to reduce some of the weight, because as you know, a lot of these folding fat tire e-bikes are really heavy in comparison to a regular bike, of course, because of the battery and everything. But we'll see. And this bike is actually really light, so I didn't want to add too much weight to it. Now, with that being said, as you've seen my other videos, I haven't been riding a lot. I went on an international trip, but also, if you probably could see outside my actual door, we got dumped on and got about 10 to 12 inches of snow. So there's no real riding I really want to do. And so I was like, let's do this. So I haven't forgot about my riding videos or my e-bike. Now you see me using toenail clippers. The reason you use toenail clippers on zip ties is because it keeps from having jagged edges, so you don't accidentally cut or scratch yourself on the actual zip ties. Anyone who's used them before knows that they can be kind of jagged if you just use like regular actual, what do they call them? Cable cutters and stuff like that to do it. It leaves a little bit of jagged edge, but toenail clippers are made for your toenails, so you don't cut yourself with your toenails. So same theory to work with zip ties. So you can see it sped up a little bit, but after putting them on once, I guarantee you the next time I put them on a bike, I could do this in like at least half the time, probably 1/3 of the time. That's how fast it is. Be mindful you don't zip tie certain wires down to the actual e-bike. And also I had other zip ties, so I reinforced it and used my smaller zip ties on it too to make sure there's no problem. There's plenty of plenty of space in between the tires, so there is absolutely no reason these will ever rub, I can tell you that. And I have faith in the actual plastic they are made out of. It is really sturdy plastic, which really surprised me. You can make these out of also plastic folders too, But for $8.99, it's easier just get ones already pre-cut and everything with the zip ties, because I was going to do that, but I was like, no, let's just do it this way. And honestly, I'm glad I did this, because it already had the seams where you could fold it down, and they fit very well. So as you can see, as I'm showing you, trying to put the zip ties on after you put the actual fender in and then put them on, it makes it a lot more difficult. So I wasted a lot of zip ties, to be honest with you, and had to go back and cut them off and put them back through. So you live and learn, you know. That's just how it is. But for $8.99, oh, this was a great deal, because I was looking at putting fenders on it. They were talking $50 to $120 for fenders. And this Zenroll, I'll leave a link in the description for it, is a pretty good cookie cutter folding fat tire bike. Whatever fits on usually a Lectric XP, including like the motor for the 1.0, the 2.0, likely the larger motor will fit this. The difference between this and really the Lectric XP, the regular, not the premium, I have a premium, is this is a little bit quicker bike than that, and it's also, I would guess, probably about 10 pounds lighter, because of course it doesn't come with the fenders. You could probably reduce weight if you made it a solid fork and got rid of the shock too, to be honest with you. Highly really impressed by these fenders. As you can see how they're set, they also, their main goal is to protect the forks, your actual shocks themselves, and keep dirt off the seat and all that stuff. But keeping the dirt off the seat keeps dirt off your back. So I really like them. I'm satisfied. Maybe I'll get a different one or make some that are a little bit longer, but I'll test them out more. But what I can see, they don't rub. You can see what it looks like before. I'm really liking this. Look at that. They look pretty cool. They weigh nothing, so that's a good thing. And as you can see, there's no rub, absolutely no rub in between them. I'll go back through and I'll reinforce the rear and put some other zip ties, because you never know about zip ties that come with things. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not, but I have all my own zip ties, so I'm not worried too much about. Look at all that room in between, so there's nothing you worry about. That little piece right there's a hole, so as you can see, that little piece popped out. They had a pre-cut hole for something. Something might have on the back. Yeah, look, I'm really satisfied with this. Anyway, there'll be a link in the description, and I really hope that helps someone out there that's interested in upgrading some parts on their bikes for honestly a rather inexpensive price. And this was on Amazon. It came really fast, and it was also free shipping. I highly like this. I'm really impressed for what value I got for this. And once again, this is Frugal Panda. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I hope this helps someone out there with a 20-inch folding fat tire bike. And Frugal Panda out. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good day.